Something we need to talk about for sure needs to be the Winnie the Pooh movie.
What's it called?
Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robbins, yeah.
Christopher Robbins? He makes it sound like you can go out to eat. Yo, I'm hungry. Where do you want to go? Let's go to Christopher Robbins. Baskin Robbins. It's the freaking generic brand. Christopher Robbins. What's up, everybody? It's me, the Nerdy here. Welcome to another episode of the Talking Nerdy podcast. We have a small crew with us today. We have Sean joining us again. Hello, Sean.
Hey, what's going on?
And new to the show will be Mike from the Nerdy Hub on Instagram. Say hello.
What's going on, guys?
We don't really have another, just like the last episode, we don't really have a script. Not much to talk about. Well, there's plenty to talk about, but nothing major happened except maybe something with the Joker. But we'll talk about that in a second. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors again, GodHatesGeeks.com. They feature our podcast on their website all the time, and also as well as HeroicHollywood.com. They also feature other people's podcasts on their website, not ours though. But you can check out their websites on the description down below, and we can get started now. Something we need to talk about for sure needs to be the Winnie the Pooh movie.
What's it called?
Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robbins, yeah.
Christopher Robbins? He makes it sound like it's
multiple Robins around.
You can go out to eat. Yo, I'm hungry. Where do you want to go? Let's go to Christopher Robbins. Baskin Robbins. It's the freaking generic brand. Christopher Robbins. The trailer, I love it. I'm sorry. I love that trailer. Especially the first trailer, when you first hear Winnie the Pooh talk, it brought me back to my childhood. And
I'm waiting for the Franklin movie.
Franklin.
Remember Franklin?
Where's Little Bill? Oh, wait. Never mind.
Little Bill.
He grew up and he's in prison.
I don't know. I think we had the best, I grew up with
every
the best
generation
shows.
thinks that they had the best of everything. All right. Back in the old days, they spun tops and played chess. All right.
Yeah.
And then my generation, we had Beyblades and we had, texting with the Text9 app feature on your cell phones. And now they're hacking NASA with cell phones. So it's kind of times have changed.
We had Pokemon on a Game Boy. They got Pokemon on a damn cell phone.
No,
now.
we had Pokemon.
We had
trading
cards.
That's true. That's true. We did have the cards first.
I'm still playing Pokemon Go, by the way. I still play it. My girlfriend never stopped playing it. She started a couple months after it started, but she has not stopped yet. And that new trailer for the Nintendo Switch Pokemon game is going to allow you to transfer over the Pokemon that you catch in the real world and bring them over to your Switch. So far, from what I'm hearing, it's only the first generation Pokemon that you'll be able to transfer over for now, once the game is released. I don't know. And I don't think you can use them. I think that you put them on a farm. On a farm that you can kind of look at your Pokemon in an area. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess for, not making the game crash, if everyone's already got powerful Pokemon, get to start the game, day one with your just leaving out for an adventure and you already have 3 Mewtwo's and a Lugia and you just go out there.
Just start wrecking stuff.
Exactly. It's oh, look, a level 2 little, right on. Sean, do you know Pokemon at all? Do you remember?
Yeah.
You play Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
What did you play more, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh?
I played Pokemon. I used to rollerblade to our local Toys R Us Sunday mornings and play
Toys R Us is gone.
Dude,
everything is changing, Sean. Everything is gone.
No more Toys R Us.
Blockbuster.
I had actual badges.
Oh my God, Blockbuster.
Blockbuster was legit, man.
Was the place to hang out? You got excited. We're going to Blockbuster. You got that weird, creepy room in the back with a curtain that only see adults that are single go in there. Oh, Blockbuster. Good times. Now we got Redbox. This is the machine. The machine took people's jobs. All right.
Terminator, man.
Terminator.
Happening.
The Redbox is Skynet.
I go to a ShopRite we have over here, and it's there's just I don't know, half the people are gone now.
Back in my day, you stopped and shopped. There was no shop right. You don't write with your shopping. There's no right way to shop. Oh my God, I'm gonna be old. I'm gonna be old, grumpy old dude. I don't know why Solo's getting so much flack. I thought it was fine. I thought it was just.
That's what
fine.
I'm hearing. Is like it's fine, but I don't know. I guess it's just the hype was just not there.
Which is not what you want to hear for like a movie like that, right? If you hear that it's just fine, well, no one really wanted it to begin with because no one wanted to have that kind of backstory explored. There was no need to. So if anything, you needed to be amazing, but
yeah,
fine, it's like, well, then what's the point?
That's the problem is when you
I
don't
mean,
like
movies don't always need to be exceptional, right?
Yeah.
Movies can just be fine, and everyone can just casually enjoy film. That's what I think about like Pain and Gain by Michael Bay. And nobody likes Michael Bay directing, but every now and then. Pain and Gain is Pain and Gaze. Pain and Gain
Pride
is
Month.
Pride Month. Great.
Did you guys watch Cloak and Dagger?
Nah, I haven't seen it yet. I probably will check it out. Is it on Hulu? It should be on Hulu. Because the trailers said Freeform, and then they also like tagged Hulu too as well. So I think
I would assume Hulu. Yeah.
I have
Freeform. It's on. I didn't know Freeform was actually a channel. I was like, oh, I actually get to watch this for free. I don't have to like. Pay.
What's it like? Branching off of as another channel. It's another channel that's bigger, and then Freeform was like on the side. Is it ABC?
Oh yeah, ABC. Because it was in there that it would say like brought to you or produced by ABC Studios or something.
Yeah. So have you seen the episode?
I've seen. It was a 2-hour premiere, and it was really good.
Really, I like the political statement that they're trying to make in there, as all the marketing showed, which is that the black kid, even though he's rich and wealthy, the cops look at him, but they don't look at the white girl that's actually the one stealing pockets. A lot of the trailers kept showing that stuff.
Yeah, you really felt it in the first, 10 minutes of the episode. They were driving that home. Definitely.
Like, really, really, really hard? Or just, as a thing that
I would say they touched on, I don't want to spoil it, but they really touched on real-life issues in the first 10 minutes. You felt it. Like, what's going on in the world.
How to Train Your Dragon. Yes! But the trailer, though,
Yeah, a lot of people were crazy hyped about it, and then they saw that trailer, and everyone's garbage. They weren't.
Do you remember the first trailer for the second How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah,
that was amazing, and it was just a shot of the two of them flying together, toothless, and Hiccup. Yeah, that's his name. I totally forgot for a second there. You could say kind of Hiccup did. Anyway,
womp womp.
I tried to get into the trailer, man. I just, like you said, I don't think it was that good.
I just
couldn't.
The first trailer, I mean, I got the story and all that, great. But the first teaser trailer for the second one was them flying, and then he just jumps off, and then the wingsuit comes on. The music is all beautiful, and at the end of the trailer, it just shows him taking off the mask, and he's all grown up now, and people lost their minds. Simple, easy teaser. This one felt like it was kind of cut together a little odd, and then it was showing too much, not showing too much, but kind of giving too much at you at once, which I really think they just should have stuck to that same formula of just that nice teaser of them being introduced back, bringing us back into the world again, as opposed to showing us this is all that's happened, and here's what's going on, and oh look, a new Stitch and Angel. Now it's Toothless and whatever her name is going to be.
It might have been a product of trying to take the first two films and get you caught up on it, like you said, or the second trailer you just had one film to build on. They might have went a little over the top with this one in terms of trying to get content in there to get you up to speed.
That whole shot with him in the beard, great. It looked great, but that should have been the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
And if that's not going to be him for the majority of the film, then maybe not show it at all, because that could be a spoiler of him in the future. Basically, whatever happens in here, at the end of the film, we're going to cut to the future, and he's going to be here. So it's kind of showing you the ending, maybe. That's probably the ending.
And honestly, I don't really remember the second one that much, but I feel like a lot of people were comparing the second one to what they're showing in the third, saying how the plot or the villain is very similar. I mean, obviously, it's different than what the trailer is showing right now, but what we are seeing right now, it's looking to be the same type of rehashing.
Exactly. I get the whole hidden. Basically, do I want to see the movie? Yes. Am I excited for the movie? Yes. The movie could be beautiful and fantastic. Great. But we're talking about just the trailer right now, and the way the trailer portrays it. It seems very similar to the first one. almost beat for beat for what. I mean, not for the first one. The second one. The second one had a very similar thing about a hidden island or hidden dragons, and the mother showed up, and then there's a person coming collecting dragons and trading them or killing them, all that stuff. So apparently now the villain has a dragon. That's a big difference. Oh well. I mean, the villain in the second one had a dragon too, but he was torturing the dragon to follow him. It was weird. Anyway,
is this supposed to be it? Like they're ending it on this film, or they're planning on keep going?
I have no answer.
Probably not. The way that Hollywood is nowadays, right? They'll just continue to milk it as long as they can.
I mean, they're still doing Toy Story 4 right now, and
I know.
I mean, everybody was hesitant when they're doing Toy Stories 2. Then they're like, all right, you should stop now. Toy Story 3. Okay, that was beautiful. Stop. So people are always gonna say stop. I mean, like, they've proven their track record. They're 3-0 right now. Is that the good side, or is that 0-3? 3-0? I don't know sports.
Side.
I don't know sports. They're
That's
3-0 right now when it comes to Toy Story. So let them go. Apparently, this is gonna be a much smaller story, and it's supposed to be kind of a romance story. So that's what I heard a couple years ago. I have no idea where they're going with this now. So.
Yeah, I actually just read something recently too, where I think they actually ended up scrapping the original script. So I don't know where they're going, because it was supposed to come out earlier, and now it's pushed back to 2019 or later in 2019, I guess. And the main reason for that was because of the script change. So we'll see.
I just want a great story, man. This is my childhood, man. I'll never not like one of their movies, because I think it's like you said, they're 3-0. That the quality is unmatched. So I'm always going to be excited regardless, because it's these characters that I love. But it is the fourth one, and I'm going to be interested to see the exact changes they make to the characters, because you can't keep everyone all the time.
You know what else? I can't believe I'm about to say this. Something I'm really, really excited to see is Bumblebee.
Yeah, that was one of those, kind of the opposite, right? Like, a lot of people were giving it hate before they even saw the trailer, and then after it came out, they're like, oh, it actually looks pretty good. Like, I'll give it a try.
I don't even 5 and 6 or 4 and 5 of the Transformers films I hate. I like 1 and I like 3. 2 is blech. But
I'm about the same.
I didn't see it. But the tone and the jokes and the way it's shot, even some of it for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, it's just Michael Bay is just all over it. When you watch this trailer, I never felt a single frame of Michael Bay. Not a goddamn explosion to see. No weird swivels of cameras and angles looking up as they walk out of a car. Like,
I like Bumblebee's look too.
Because if you look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm bringing this up for a reason. It's both of those are directed by people that are not Michael Bay. He produces them, but they feel like Michael Bay films, as if he directed them.
Yeah.
You look at this, he's producing it still, but there is no Michael Bay to be seen. And does Bumblebee look smaller to you again? Like, they always keep changing sizes. There's no real continuity to these films.
He does look smaller if he's able to fit in a garage, for sure.
Sure. In the second one, which is when I believe he was the biggest, he would fit in the garage as well.
Okay.
Because I remember in the second one, there was this whole forest battle, and I felt like the Transformers looked way bigger than they did in the first one. In the third one, I felt like they kind of downsized them a bit again. I don't know. And then for some reason, they all just metaphysically changed how they look for 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Except for Bumblebee in 4, he looked different, and then back to 5, he was like kind of back to the way he looked like in 3. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though, they did a great job with the Bernie Mac voiceover. Man.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Back that first. The driver don't pick. The car picked the driver. The mystical bond. I'm like, oh, they brought that back. That was good. That was
great. That was such a good. The first Transformers, man, was like you opened your eyes, like holy, like they could actually do something like this. And then, like you said, I mean, Michael Bay was like, let's just do more crazy stuff, and it got worse.
Explosions.
And it got to the part too. I think it was Age of Extinction, where they weren't even transforming anymore. It was these nanobots that kind of came to form this robot. You're like, well, I can't even tell what they were before. It's like
it looks like Play-Doh, metallic Play-Doh moving around.
And one was a woman. They were basically a Terminator.
So half the fun was, seeing that car or that ship or the plane kind of take form into the robot.
Starscream.
you can see the bits and pieces of that vehicle as armor. You know, that was part of it, and it just kind of got away from that.
Yeah.
Seeing Starscream in the trailer, you don't see it much, but he looks a lot more like he did in the animated TV shows.
Oh yeah.
They brought like that classic look back. What's the director's name? He's the one who did Kubo and the Two Strings, and he's the one doing this one. And I watched Kubo and the Two Strings
real quick.
I watched Kubo and Two Strings for only 2 reasons, and I probably should have seen it for more reasons. But one is because I heard it was a while after it came out too, so I was really late. One I heard is because someone said it is the Legend of Zelda movie you will never get, and that title alone interested me because I love Legend of Zelda. And another one was because he was going to be directing a Transformers film. So I'm like, all right, let's see what he has. And I watched Kubo's Two Strings. I actually agree with that Legend of Zelda thing a little bit. There's something about it. But I really do like his way he told the story and how it was. And the movie was fantastic. So now I see this. I watched this trailer and I'm like, I'm getting those E.T., Earth to Echo, Stranger Things kind of vibe of just finding this mystical object as a child. And then like, the government's trying to get it. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely a story we've seen before, but it's how it's executed, right? You know, it doesn't matter. I mean, everything's been done and redone, but it's how it's executed. So if it's done well, then great. I'll have a great time.
Haley Steinfeld is the main character here. I saw I quote unquote didn't see John Cena in there for a second because
yeah.
There was just a weird floating outfit of a military man.
Somebody commented on my post. He's like, "What's that gun doing there floating?" And it went right over my head. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Nothing goes over my head. My reflex is too quick.
It's Travis Knight. That's the director, by the way.
Okay, great. So far, what I've seen, the way it looks, I love it.
It is very E.T.
I feel that E.T.
the most resemblance.
And you know what? That's the feel I kind of like to see. I like to see that with something like this. It still feels small, too. It still feels nothing. No world-ending giant ship floating in the sky for the 17th time. It's just this one robot trying to get away. And why he's there, we'll have to find out when we see the movie. He's a little bug, which is adorable. It's a little give me those Herbie vibes. I miss Herbie.
I think it's going to be very personal, kind of like with Witwicky in the first one and Bumblebee. There were some personal moments there where you cared about the characters, and I think we're going to see that in this one. And I think going back to what you said about Starscream, they could really play with altering these Transformers to make them look like how they actually should look, how we all like them to look. And I think that's something they could really mess with and just play it off like, okay, they changed over the years and they modified and upgraded.
Remember in Transformers 5, they showed a flashback of B killing Nazis, and he was very military grade looking with the paint, and now that obviously whatever car he was transforming from or vehicle or whatever. So it shows that B, and that's what they're trying to set up, the fact that B has been here for a long time and he has history on Earth. So now we get to see more of that, now set in the 80s.
I'd like to see that, though, like World War II.
Where's Badass B? Let's see that one.
I think Michael Bay would be all over that one, though.
I just need a moment. All right, you guys ready? So what's up with Hasbro has now bought Power Rangers. And they're saying there's going to be more Power Ranger films coming. Hasbro has G.I. Joe, right? So are we looking at G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and what's the other one? Transformers? All in one.
Is it?
In Micronauts.
Should, but I know they probably
and Micronauts. Don't forget about the Micronauts. They're still trying to get that thing out of in there.
Do you think they're going to do a reboot or a direct sequel for Power Rangers?
I mean, they already canceled.
You know what?
The thing is, I'm just talking about is that whether it's a reboot or they keep the ones that they have, which I kind of wish they keep the ones they have. But whatever they do, just keep Michael Bay away from it.
Yeah.
And also, actually, I'm not even gonna lie. For a long time ago, during the first 1 or 2 Transformers movies, I always thought if they did a Power Rangers movie, I always felt like Michael Bay could do it. But now, after seeing the last Power Rangers movie, I don't want him to do it because I like the way they made that Power Rangers movie, and I want to see more of them. Hopefully, we will have to see. We know what happens with Marvel when they get a property, reboot it. But
yeah, I mean that's any company, right? They would have put
their
stamp on it, and everything is probably going to be rebooted. Yeah.
which sucks.
I think
but
one
also
of the-
what I'm thinking about is one more thing.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The second one, Casey Jones. Oh, I'm so sorry. And but the Turtles were fantastic. If they get the Power Rangers and reboot them, I want to see them with the Turtles again, like we did when we were younger and they had that crossover episode. I can see it.
It could be
It could
something
happen.
that I think they will think about it 100%, because now you look at everybody, they want to do a cinematic universe. That's the MCU started something that we may not have really asked for in certain aspects, like the monster universe they tried, but now they're bringing it back to
the
life.
Dark Universe, they're trying.
The
They're
Dark
still trying.
Universe, the Godzilla vs Kong, that universe is going to be amazing. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat, but I think
And the
they're gonna
movies
think
don't even
about-
need to be that great. Both those movies are okay and they're fine.
Yeah.
But the monsters is what we cared about, man. That's all we want to
Exactly.
see. Where's that Pacific Rim? You know, they've talked about Pacific Rim versus Godzilla.
They
Ooh,
really did. They
have.
really did. That's legit too.
Because Pacific Rim has already talked about alternate dimensions and stuff. That's all they got to do is, we got a new
Yeah.
rift open. Oh, fuck.
Could you imagine Kong with the way he fights going toe to toe?
It's going to
With
be
one
a
of them?
battle.
Ooh.
I want to see what Kong versus Godzilla is going to be like. Speaking of Kong versus Godzilla, Julian, the kid from Deadpool 2, just got cast in that one.
Yeah.
Not in Godzilla 2, King of Monsters. He's cast in the King Kong vs. Godzilla one. I think I got that right. Or it might be the other way around.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So,
If it's anything like the 50s one, which is really campy, but it's a classic and it's a must-watch, I hope they use Kong's smarts against God, because he couldn't really do anything physically that much against Godzilla, but he was smart enough to do certain things and
don't
really
give him
mess
those
with him.
cheesy electronic powers, like electricity powers. That was
The
whack.
light, the
I
rating
want
and everything.
brutality. I want brutality. I want to feel that
Yeah.
punch from Kong hitting Godzilla. My money's still on Godzilla. That's where I am. I'm ride or die with Godzilla.
Could you
But I want-
imagine the money?
And Mike, Mike, to your point, I think you'll definitely see that too, because you saw that even in Kong's movie, right? Like he
Yeah.
needed to adapt and overcome to be that whatever they call the Skull Walker, right? The giant mom. Then you
Crushers.
use the propeller, then you use the chain, and you figure out the way to destroy him. So I
Exactly.
can definitely see that happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Godzilla just has himself. But I'm sorry, but when Godzilla at the end of the 2014 movie, that's been 4 years now, and the
Yeah.
sequel doesn't come out till next year. But,
I
so
think
been
it's
5
the-
years. But when he grabbed the freaking bug monster and opened his mouth and just laid into him, I
Yeah.
lost my mind. Because I've
The
been watching
lightning.
Godzilla since I was a kid. It's Atomic Breath is what it is.
There we go. Yeah, I slipped up on that one.
But I've been watching Godzilla since I was a kid, and when I saw that, I lost it.
Yeah.
It made the whole movie being so slow paced. It made it worth it just for that one shot.
Because you didn't know if he was gonna do it, and that's his
They had
signature.
they had the atomic breath in one shot before.
Yeah.
I'm talking about at the end, the final moment when he grabbed his mouth open and just boom right into it.
Yeah, and then they
Savage.
played the music, the horns right after it. Oh
dun,
man,
dun. And his roar for this new version of Godzilla is beautiful. I love it. Why are we talking about Godzilla? It's not even in the news really right now. I love it. I just love Godzilla.
You
I
love
do
monsters,
too.
man.
Oh, I'm hyped.
imagine the money on that, the cost for the CGI for Kong and Godzilla. It's gonna be crazy.
It's probably not going to cost as much as Avengers Infinity War 1 film. That's 500 million for one movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It'll
Is
get
it- no,
close.
is it 500 million for Avengers Infinity War, 500 million for Avengers 4?
Yeah,
That's all budgets. So maybe if you're looking just only CGI cost, maybe Godzilla vs. King Kong might be more. I don't know. You saw pretty up and close and personal with Thanos. That's money right there. You're literally watching frame by frame of cash in front of you.
that's Disney money right there. That Thanos CGI was like untouchable.
Beautiful. Take notes, Steppenwolf.
That Avengers budget took them out of the running for the Fox buyout. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
They spent too much money on the CGI. They can't afford it now.
They're about to make $2 billion.
They
Just
just
from one movie.
it cost $1 billion to make two movies, and one of those movies has already quadrupled their investment. Like
They just made $1 billion.
they just
profit.
bought 6 Foxes. All right, they're doing just fine.
They're crazy.
Can we talk, guys? Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Come on,
That looked
that
great.
trailer was amazing, and the way that I guess we talked about this in the last time we talked about the first trailer, which is the animation. Here we get a lot more of it, someone said if this was 2D animation, that they would look like the characters from Iron Giant. At least Peter Parker would, if you look at it like that. If it was 2D animation. And for a second, I kind of saw it. But besides that, I don't know how I feel about Peter Parker's voice. I know the actor.
Yeah.
He was in The Mummy, obviously. He's also plays Nick in New Girl. Yes, I watched New Girl. Don't judge me. and no, I don't watch it for my girlfriend. I watch it and make her watch it is what I do. I like the show. I'm a man, and I will say I watch that show. Anyway, it took me, like, sometimes it didn't feel like it was his voice. Other times it felt like it was really, really his voice. I don't know how much I feel for it. I like it. I get that it's supposed to be Peter Parker, and it's supposed to be an older one.
I agree with you because I was watching it and I really did not like his voice. I liked the look. I mean, the look was pretty cool. The look was cool. I feel like it was. I like you said, the older, it looked like a gritty version, but the voice was not good.
Who's excited for The Incredibles 2?
I think everyone hyped. I think it's pretty.
I just want another Frozone classic moment, man.
I want another Dash classic moment, like when he was running on the water. That is still one of my favorite scenes in all of cinema. It's just Dash running on the water for the first time. No, I'm not saying it's my number one. I'm just saying it might be top 10.
It's sad that he gets to do that before the Flash. It's disappointing.
I mean, the Flash did it on the TV show, but it was before the Flash, yes. And if you really look at Dash, he's not that fast compared to like Quicksilver. Quicksilver's faster than Dash, I still think.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about MCU Quicksilver, and he's the slowest out of all the Quicksilvers and all the Flashes.
Yeah, he really is. Because you look at the X-Men one, I mean, how fast they had him going in a split second. He was able to do all of that in Days of Future Past. He's easily the fastest. It's not even close.
Mm-hmm. It's really quiet. I think, guys, we need to talk about the elephant in the room. We gotta talk about what on earth is happening with Joker. Because
the DCU.
apparently the Hollywood Reporter is now saying that Jared Leto will have his own his own solo movie for the Joker. And I'm like, okay, I am on that list, that very small list of people who did like Jared Leto as the Joker. I'm on that list, so I like it. And I'm telling you right now, what are you doing? Because you already just got this Martin Scorsese produced. Todd Phillips is the director's name for
Yep.
it? Okay. Todd Phillips, he did The Hangover. He's directing it. And that's rumored to have Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker origin story, solo, away from DCU, just by itself. So you already got a Joker movie coming out. Plus, you already got Jared Leto going to be in the Harley Quinn and Joker film. Plus, he'll be probably in Suicide Squad 2. And he'll probably be in Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey, yeah. Go ahead.
And what's going on with Batman? And where is Man of Steel 2?
Exactly.
Where's Man of Steel 2?
All I can say is just wait for San Diego Comic-Con, right? There's been so many rumors.
Yeah.
See what they're saying, what could possibly be happening. And Warner Brothers is quiet. They're not saying anything. That's what makes it even worse, right? Like we don't know what's happening. You just hear from these third parties that this is going down. So until I get a firm announcement, like a lot of those rumors will probably end up being true. But
the Hollywood Reporter is usually on the ball.
I think the Leto thing's true for sure. We need like you said, we need a full slate at Comic-Con. We need a full list of movies.
No, stop with the list. Stop with the list. Warner Brothers, they've given us like 4 or 5 different lists already. I don't trust their list anymore. I don't. They can give us a new list, and I'm like, that's fantastic. In a week, it will be gone. But
this is the first year that their new director is in his role, right?
Yeah. So he just got the part about a month or two ago, right?
Months ago. If he knows what's good, where he goes there and he owns that stage and he says, "Listen, this is what's happening. This is what's going down," and clear the air once and for all.
You have to. There's no other choice.
Maybe. I don't know. He's not either. I don't want to say it, but Kevin Feige is the head honcho of Marvel Studios. His word is final. He's got a board of members at Disney he has to answer to, but they let him do his own thing, and he takes charge of it. This new guy at Warner Brothers taking over the DC Entertainment division, he is not just his word is final. He still has like a bunch of people he needs to coincide with. He still has I don't know the way it works, but like I know he doesn't have as much power as Kevin Feige did when he started. When Kevin Feige started, he had quite a bit of power still for right in the beginning. This new guy, right in the beginning, probably doesn't have as much power as Kevin Feige did. And he's not the same level as Kevin Feige. This guy, I don't know, I didn't read his bio, but he's been around the entertainment business for a long time. But Kevin Feige has been producing like 10, 14 different Marvel films before Iron Man. Like, he's been in this movie industry working under Richard Donner. Like, he's been...
You look what they did. They started a studio. Like, this isn't some other... Marvel Studios is literally a WB. It's a studio. It's incredible what Feige and them were able to do. Taking something that no one's ever heard of and just coming up with these ideas. And it's just amazing. And like you said, Hamada needs to establish himself.
Was it Walter Hamada?
Yeah, Walter Hamada. He doesn't need to compete with Feige in terms of being in charge. He just needs to let us know that this is what we have. So if you hear anything from now on, it's not true. We're about to tell you what's going on here. This, and that. That's what they need to do.
And I could accept it if the news was good. Like, if they were like, all these rumors are coming out and people were excited about it, but all these rumors are coming out and people are like, what the fuck is happening? Like, this is terrible. Like, there's not like people aren't pumped about what they're hearing. You know what I mean?
There's no crowd control at all right now.
Do you guys want to see a Jared Leto movie?
No, I don't.
And what about you?
I'm willing to. I think he's a phenomenal actor, and it was bad writing, horrible writing. Some of the worst lines I've ever heard. So I think with good writing, and he's producing it.
I don't think a lot of his lines were that bad. I like the stuff that he would say with Harley Quinn and him. I thought their scenes were great.
No, I think he had good lines where I'm like, as a giant Joker fan, that's the Joker. But then I'm hearing, like, maybe it was the delivery of I don't want no beef, and then the hunka hunka, and then the growling.
Yeah, that was okay.
That in there.
You're right. The growling, I could keep the growling. Maybe.
The laugh seemed like he had no clue what to do.
Every time. He felt like he needed to punctuate every sentence with that awkward laugh. I'm like, dude, it just doesn't work. I don't know. Not for me.
Wait, did you feel threatened by him if you were in that room? What would you explain how you felt if you're in the room with him compared to you're obviously in the room with Heath Ledger Joker?
I'll tell you what. The one scene I was threatened when he comes to the guy who's making the bombs in the neck, and he just puts a tablet, and it's his wife with a knife to her throat, and she's taped up. That threatened me. I'm like, that guy would scare the hell out of me. But the other stuff, I just got weirded out. I'm like, oh, like what is this guy doing?
Weirded out sounds Jokerish to me. I'm okay with that. When he grabbed that guy and sat on his lap and was very, very intimate with him, as a different. But you're supposed to be, and and that didn't bother me. Like, I kind of liked a very different Joker that would do something like that. And you know what? I could still see Heath Ledger's Joker trying to get that intimate and that close to somebody, but this one's much more an eccentric kind of Joker. He's much more. I don't want to say flamboyant, but he just wants to make you uncomfortable. That's what he wants to do. He likes to play with you. He likes to make that kind of a joke. He thinks it's funny. It's like when he shows that the bomb guy, his wife taped up. You look at Jared Leto Joker. He starts to smile as he does it, as he's showing him. Like it's there. His Joker is there, and I want to see more of him by a different director.
That's what I'm saying is. There's parts that are there, and by him producing this movie, which it's being reported, that's probably him. This is the ultimatum. I'm leaving, or if we do this movie, I'm producing it, so I have some kind of say. So you don't cut my scenes. That much. I don't know. I don't think he wants his stuff cut, and by him producing, he might be involved more in the project than he was in Suicide Squad, and that might help him.
Okay.
Just to play devil's advocate here, wasn't he a producer on that new movie that he did that he was pretty much heavily involved in, the Yakuza? I forget what it was called. Was that the name of it? It's like a Netflix film, which you probably don't even remember now, but it only came out like a few months ago. A lot of people were touting it up as being, his really great next great performance and stuff like that, and he got panned. So I don't know. Just devil's advocate.
He's a producer on that. Producer doesn't make him a director. Producer just means he's paying up money and he has a say on things.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And maybe I'm just saying a lot of things on paper and maybe behind the scenes are like, this looks great, and then to put it all together and they show it to the world. Sometimes they think they have a masterpiece. They really believe it. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So that could have been one of the cases. Maybe there was more to it. I don't know.
I really do think it was a case of just a combination of bad writing and cutting every good scene he was in. The scene with Harley Quinn with the motorcycle, that didn't need to be cut. That was a really good scene, in my opinion.
And you know
in Suicide
what?
Squad.
You know what bugs me even more? Is that scene, even in the extended cut, was still cut short. There was more to that scene because we've seen the behind-the-scenes video of that whole scene playing out. Him holding the gun to her. He slaps her across the face.
Yep.
And they cut it out. They cut that out. So
it just that whole movie's a mess. The more I watch it, the more obvious the flaws are, and the editing is so bad in that film.
But you know what? Another thing about the extended cut, that movie did not need to have an extended cut. People were just, because of Batman vs Superman, they're like, give us an extended cut, give us an extended. So Warner Brothers gives them a movie that has just more scenes in it. But the problem is, movies get scenes cut because of sometimes pacing, or because these scenes take too far away from the main narrative. Movies are meant to have scenes cut, and because everyone's begging for it, they added these scenes in, but then that just makes the movie seem even more random now. So there shouldn't have been an extended cut of Suicide Squad.
I think that's the problem with BVS and Suicide Squad is they clearly didn't make it to be a 2.5 hour. They made it to be like a 5-hour film, and they cut everything down to size. And you clearly saw that with BVS. It just had no business being cut down like it. It made no sense being a 2.5 hour film and then an extra half hour, I think it was, or 20 minutes being added on in the Ultimate Edition. That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Too much.
What do you guys think about this Birds of Prey still coming out? Let's talk about Birds of Prey, Joker, Harley Quinn, both Joker's films. Tell me, what are you feeling right now?
It feels like Ghostbusters and Ocean's 8. They're just trying to there's a movement going on where the female actresses, directors, they're getting a big push. This is their big moment, and I think it's capitalizing off of that, and not in a negative way. I think it's a good thing. But I think a lot of the movies you see with the DCEU, they're just not needed at the moment. It could be something down the line I'd like to see, but they're really setting up this Suicide Squad universe. It's not even a Birds of Prey. It's technically a Harley Quinn spinoff that's Birds of Prey. Mm-hmm. So that's the one thing I'm alarmed about, is it's not going to be focused on them. It's more of a Harley Quinn spinoff called Birds of Prey.
Don't forget about Harley Quinn. I don't know if it's going to be the Harley Quinn animated TV show that's going to be coming to the DC Universe streaming service. I don't know if it's going to be voiced by Margot Robbie or not. I believe at one point it was rumored that it was going to be. I don't know. But
that would have been crazy.
Well, the show is coming. I just don't know if it's going to be voiced. But are you guys going to be getting the DC streaming service?
No.
No. I'm actually going to probably get it. I want to see Titans. Teen Titans is all. I love Beast Boy.
I want the old animated shows. That's what's going to be on there too.
Well, don't forget about the tweet that one of the producers or writers, somebody said up there in the chain, tweeted out that depending on how Teen Titans go to the movies, that film comes out. By the way, the marketing for that has actually been pretty funny.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. It's been pretty on par with like Deadpool level quality shit. So, at least meta jokes on the same level.
Deathstroke and Deadpool.
Yeah, they're making that whole joke. Anyway, they said that depending on how Teen Titans Go to the Movies is received and does, could cause a resurgence in Teen Titans, the original animated series.
It's $250 million they need to make, right? That's what they said.
I think he's just lying.
Because I don't think you can give a number like that.
How did?
And you said it was the director who said that, right?
I don't know who said it.
No, it was who's the woman who plays Harley Quinn for a long time?
Tara Strong.
That's who it was.
That wasn't her tweet. It was a guy who tweeted it.
It was a guy's tweet. Yeah.
Well, then
by the way, I met Tara Strong. She's amazing. Yeah.
Because if it's the director, like, he has no say in that stuff anyway. You know what I mean? He's just like, you can say whatever he wants.
It must have been like a showrunner or something. A showrunner.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up because I swear it was Tara Strong. I'm looking it up right now.
I don't think it was. Because the same voice actors for the original anime series are the ones doing Teen Titans Go still. And
so while Mike looks that up, and this could be a completely different conversation too, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm getting a little tired of these different streaming services as well, just on a broader scale, because then you have this DC streaming service, you're going to have Netflix, you're going to have Disney streaming service that's coming out soon. So
Hulu,
you're going to have
Amazon Prime.
Hulu, Amazon, all these different ones. So you look at the end of the day, you're paying over $100 for all these different streaming services, plus whatever you want to do for internet, for TV, all that stuff like that. So just being like just a person who doesn't pay their own bills, right? Like, it just gets a little ridiculous at some point where, as a consumer, if you're supporting it, then obviously they're going to just pray into that, but I don't know, it's just not for me.
Some of the streaming services are still free with ads. There's a lot of anime streaming services that are free. You just gotta watch ads.
But
I don't. Why does Hulu charge you? Yeah, they still play ads. That's so trippy.
Yeah, well, they charge you a premium service to get rid of those ads. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, that's how you. That's and then I swear to God, if Netflix started doing that, oh my.
Oh, they'll get there.
Oh please, Netflix, don't just stay the way you are. You're beautiful this way.
But they're gonna have to, because they're gonna lose their Disney content. They're gonna lose their DC content. You know what I mean? They're gonna start losing these things to these other services who are gonna come back and retain the rights. So it's gonna be a shit show.
Don't show me the future right now, please. We have it gold right now. We lost Blockbuster. That was hard. But God sent us Netflix. Don't take that away from me right now.
Bro, you know, in 10, 15 years down the line, we're going to look back and be like, remember when we had Netflix and it was so awesome, and now we have to do, you know, it's going to be...
Three-dimensional, put on goggles, you're in the movie, you get shot in real life. Oh, my God.
History is going to repeat itself, I swear.
All right, so I looked it up. So Tara Strong, it wasn't her, but she tweeted... So just so y'all know, at a movie session today, they told us that if Teen Titans Go movie kicks all butts, they would do our show at the same time as season 6. And then I saw another tweet that mentioned an actual price. It was someone who did the show, and they said, "Yeah, how about around $250 million?" Which was weird because
something about that number just makes me feel like he's lying, and he just wants people to go watch Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
You know what?
When Tara Strong said it, though, I feel like it was a little more honest. But
yeah.
This has a totally reminiscent of Deadpool, right? It's like I feel like they're trying to like egg it on for the studio to realize, oh my God, there's this role push. People really want to see this, and then they go ahead and make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we got Young Justice. We got that coming back. That's gonna be on the DC streaming service for sure. I do want to see what Titans is gonna be like. I hope to God that it's good.
Do you think the Batman could make an appearance? Because we saw the set photo from Titans and it had the bat signal. I don't think he could actually make an appearance.
I saw the set photo. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a reference. Plenty of references. We got Batman. We got Jason Todd. He's in there, so it's gonna be plenty of references. I don't think you'll see Batman though, and that's okay. No. I'm okay with that.
They don't seem too keen on using him because Gotham. There was a scene where he saw Batman when he was older, and they couldn't even show him. It was like a shadow.
Because there's a lot of legalities and stuff like that. Even within their own company, they own the rights, and you still can't do certain things. It's really
and then
crazy.
you get to the issue too, where it's like, who do you cast? And then you have all those issues, and you have to try to fight against people like, oh, you casted him in this role. It just becomes, just make it ambiguous and just leave it there.
Because then what happens if you cast him? He's on the show and he's actually really good. Then you wonder,
what?
Yeah, like then you start wondering, do you recast? Do you go no-name actors? You know?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You open up a slew of problems. Then it's
no matter what you do. All right. We didn't really.
What about
we talked about the. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna suggest a topic. I don't know if you wanted to bring up the final cast of the It Losers Club when they're older.
Not yet. Really. I want to talk. I want to go back to the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We really didn't talk about it. We started talking about the animation, and then we just lost it. We started talking about all this other stuff. But what did you guys think of the trailer? Like, I thought the trailer was. I love the way it was animated. The style of the Green Goblin was the ultimate version.
I'm all in.
You got the fighting was so fast paced. The jokes are very quick witted. Gwen Stacy was great.
And I love how they're gonna add the comic strip in there. You with the pow bang,
Yeah, like as he's running down the street, you see his thoughts by those yellow bars. As a car jumped in front of him, you see like the actual words "skirt," like all that stuff. It looks beautiful, and the most unrealistic part was when he yelled "Brooklyn." And I'm like, that doesn't look like Brooklyn at all.
No.
I think that barely looks like downtown Manhattan. Like that's not Brooklyn. I'm sure maybe that's just an audio clip that's in a different part of the trailer, maybe, or a different part of the movie.
Probably.
But still.
They do that. I like the Comic-Con reference towards the end.
Yes.
I thought that was cool.
How many Spider-Man are there? Same as that Comic-Con. What's Comic-Con? And Spider-Man wearing sweatpants. Big reference to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man wearing sweatpants on set.
I think there was also a comic panel I saw someone posted on Instagram. I don't know if it took inspiration from that too or what, but it's got to be from early 2000s. He's actually wearing the same thing, sweatpants over his suit, which I didn't even know he did that ever.
I mean, now it's a huge thing. We're getting the Spider-Man suit, but you got a fitted hat over it, a hoodie, and then you put like some sneakers on it, with some Nikes or some Jordans on it, and now you got a whole new outfit. And honestly, it looks really good though too. And especially with Miles, the Miles suit with like the hoodie, and it looks fantastic. It feels like a New Yorker outfit, and the kid that's from an urban area, Latino, African, and how they dress, or how. I'm trying not to be racist here, maybe not. How it's
urban,
how the style is in these areas, because oh my God, I can't do this.
I'll help you out here. Did you see the Prowler?
Black people. I said it.
That's what I was. That's what I was gonna bring up too. Like, don't forget, there's so many bad guys or villains that you're gonna see in this film too, and it's gonna be fantastic.
I have a screenshot. I looked it up. Yeah, I didn't even know Prowler was in there.
Well, I knew he was in the first trailer. You see them, but.
Yeah, Kingpin, Prowler.
I thought I saw Goblin. Kingpin too. I knew it. Is that when you see that everyone's standing against the window and there's a huge explosion? Yep. That was Kingpin, right? Yeah, I knew it.
Let's see if I can find any.
I think I heard the few more too. I think like Scorpion. Was it Scorpio? Scorpion?
Scorpion.
By the way,
Scorpion.
Gwen Stacy is also voiced by someone we talked about earlier, Haley Steinfeld from the Bumblebee trailer. She's voicing Gwen Stacy. When I watched the trailer again last night, I watched when she lands. First of all, she landed on her toes on a tree branch.
She did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bae. The voice that says, "Who are you?" I thought it was Miles. I believe that's Spider-Man's voice. That's Peter Parker. And I'm like, okay, what's the story here? Did these universes collide, or have these Spider-Men always been here? And if they've always been here, how would Peter Parker not know of her? Because she seems like she's pretty pro at this level. Because she even has her own suit, and Miles doesn't even have his own suit yet. Are these flashbacks, maybe? Because Peter Parker might be flashback. Dead?
I think because if you look at Miles, he doesn't have a costume yet, and he's getting trained by Peter. Exactly, and Peter should be... Go ahead.
This movie could be a lot of flashbacks. It could be him wearing the suit, and a lot of it is flashbacks of him being trained by Peter, meeting Gwen, and who knows what other Spider-Man. I want to see more Spider-Man. I want to see at least like 2 more.
I was gonna say I'm hoping it's a collision of universes, right? Just because
Spider Noir 2099, 2099 is my next one on the list. 2099.
Well, they showed Peter Parker dead in one of the first teaser, right? They showed his gravestone and stuff like that. So if it is a series of flashbacks, then you're spoiling the whole movie right there, and it's just or not the whole movie, but like a major plot point, we could say. So I don't know. I hope it's more of a collision. Maybe he's dead in his universe, but then these other universes collide, and then that's how he kind of gets trained a little bit better. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. I hope they touch on that too. Touch on his death, how he felt, and then seeing this alternate universe Peter come back and see his reaction. I want to see how he feels because it's still Peter to him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Last topic for the day. Ready? The Lego Movie 2, the second part. What did you guys think of the trailer?
Jacked up for it.
All right. But what did you think of the trailer?
The trailer, I thought... I mean, I enjoyed it. I'm trying to remember it actually. That's bad, right?
I've watched it a few times. I like the style that Taco Tuesday calls like this Mad Max kind of world. I liked all that. Was funny. Then you got this other creature coming in, and it's kind of has more of like Play-Doh arms, not Play-Doh, but like more flexible kind of arms. Shows it, but it still has those clippy claw hands like any other Lego piece does. So it's like another version of a Lego piece, and he's from space. And they don't really give you too much of the plot. They just say that this person comes down. Apparently, the female takes a bunch of them away, and that's all it is. That's all they're really showing you.
It's pretty cool looking though, whoever that is.
Yes, and it shows them in space. It shows like the baby's like crib thing, the little thing that spins around. That's like the planets or something like that. It was crazy. I
thought the end was great. It ended awesome.
What was the ending part?
It was I think it was what you said, them in space.
Yeah, and apparently like it's supposed to be like the baby's crib, I think, is what would have that dangling over it. Those are like the different things that would hang over a baby's crib, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But stop saying oohs and ahs, it's making her feel better. That's making it worse.
Reminds me of Toy Story with the little the green guys and the crane machine.
Oh my god.
The claw.
The claw. I love the Lego Movie so much, and I
mean, just
hate that it got snubbed. It didn't even get nominated for an Oscar. Didn't even get nominated. I mean, How to Train Your Dragon 2 won that year, which is fine, but it didn't even get nominated.
They do animation, huh, for Oscars?
Yeah, there's a Best Animated category.
Yeah.
But it didn't even get nominated. Like, what?
But I feel like it still has that same humor. I feel like it has that same heart, which is what really made the first movie so great, right? So
I feel like it knows our every move. He puts that turn signal on.
When he used to like walking back, I forget what he says, but like all the babies, like "Hi, sewer baby" or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like
Hi,
dumb
sewer
things like that. I was fucking dying.
Now that we know Chris
crying with a
more,
shotgun, and I was like, "What?"
This movie came out right before Guardians of the Galaxy came out, the first one.
Yeah,
because that's when Chris Pratt had his resurgence. He had this, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Jurassic World, all like 1, 2, 3. Like his name was everywhere all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then now you have all the meta jokes too, because in that trailer you see him like traveling with a plant, and he's calling him Planty or something like that.
Oh yeah, you could feel the Guardian vibes, and
yeah, for sure, it's hilarious.
No, I thought it was good. I thought overall the trailer was fine. I want that creature. I don't know what to call it. Alien had a really cool looking suit though at the end. I don't know what we could call it though.
Oh, I don't know, but I do know that one thing is that Sony has removed Silver and Black from its original release date. And what do you got about that one now?
Hell yeah.
They giving up? They give up on that? I don't know.
Oh.
For them to get bought at this point.
I think it's tough because you had Woody Harrelson slip, and in an interview said, "I'm in this Venom movie for a little bit, but I'm in the next one a lot." And he slipped 100% by revealing they have like concrete plans for a sequel, and he's in it. Yeah. So I think the budget in Venom is so small that they could make another one easily, and there might be the same. Silver and Black might be waiting. I think they're waiting to see how Venom does to officially sign off on this universe.
I want to know if Spider-Man's really going to show up or not.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can have Spider-Man show up.
Yeah.
There's a huge rumor that it did. He filmed it, then he didn't film it, then maybe he filmed it, but it's going to get cut. I don't know.
Oh, you mean Holland? Okay, I thought you meant like another Spider-Man on the
No, Tom Holland, yeah.
Imagine though. Imagine like the beginning. Imagine
it would be Peter Parker, not Spider-Man, but yeah.
Yeah, it would still be weird though. You would see the cameo if it was Peter, and you would still think to yourself, "So is this in the MCU or is this just an Easter egg?"
It'd be both.
Because I mean, they did make the deal to use Spider-Man, so they could easily just say, "All right, let's make under the table deal for Venom too, unofficially in the universe."
Remember all those memes that came out when she's like, "Yeah, it's part of the MCU," and he's like, "Huh?" And he looked over.
Well, see, that was what I was going to refer to earlier, where he said Kevin Feige has the final word. I'm like, well, until they say, Spider-Man's or Venom and Spider-Man, it's like.
I think you got to have a correct adaptation of Venom and Spider-Man fights somewhere down the line, though. I think it's got to happen. It can happen. You could just say. Because this isn't going to be they made a deal. This is just going to be an alternate take on Lethal Protector. So you could just say, it's going to suck, but Uncle Ben's not in the MCU. Tony Stark's helping him with his suit, so they're changing stuff, and they could very well just say, okay, Venom is different, and now he's in the MCU. I have to accept it.
So that's all the topics I have for today, or we have really to talk about. Is there anything other topics you guys want to talk about? Anything else?
I have a good one if you guys are into it. Halloween. Anybody hyped for Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, don't bring that up for me, please. I got bad memories. Oh, look at. Okay, you're gonna put Jason, Freddy, and Michael on the table. I will tell you right now, Michael is the one that scares me the most. I don't know why. I don't get it.
Because there's nothing about him that's. When you look at him, that's scary in terms of his physical presence. Jason, he's He's
a
scary, like
monster.
physically. Yeah, Freddy is just like, wow, okay. But Michael, it's a blank mask with no expression, and it's just no craziness. And I'm not talking
No
Rob
emotion,
Zombie's
just cold story,
nothing.
cold-hearted.
Just a normal guy, you know. And
But here's the thing, ready? You want to hear this horrifying story that's I've had to relive multiple times now because people keep asking about the trailer, and I'm like, I gotta tell you how I feel about it. When I was young, back when I was a mere lad, it was a Halloween, and me and my friends were all dressed as Power Rangers, and we were taking photos, and it was all fun. And then we took the costumes off, and for some reason we were at an apartment building, and I looked down the hall, and my uncle, and I knew it was my uncle. That's the thing, my uncle dressed as Michael Myers, and then like I'm looking all the way at the other end of the hallway. It's a long hallway.
Yeah.
Imagine like the hallway from The Shining, all right, but more narrow, and.
Yeah.
Like white walls and like red carpeting, and he just comes around the corner and he just starts walking. And my mom's like, "Oh my gosh, no, we gotta go inside." And I knew who Michael was because my uncle loves Michael Myers. My grandma watched horror movies. My mom didn't want me watching any of them. I never really did, but I kind of knew what was going on as I walked by the TV. So I ran into the apartment. Everybody ran in, and I'm freaking out. I know it's my uncle. Yeah, I'm freaking out. My mom ran into the bathroom, and I ran under the table. And then all I remember is the door opening and only watching, like in the freaking trailer, his feet from the bottom of a table.
Ah, that's great.
And then I don't remember anything else.
Home.
My memory blocks the rest. I don't remember the rest.
For you.
Obviously, I lived because I'm here, and it was just my uncle. But I don't remember the rest. And now I'm watching this trailer, and the trailer starts off. You just see the feet walking, and I immediately relive that whole traumatic memory all over again. And then, the shaking of the stall. Who has ever been in the stall when your friend smacks it really hard?
Oh yeah,
that will jump you. And then watching him shake the stall as he's trying to break it in and dropping the teeth. His hand, just going over. Not even when they drop the teeth, just his hand coming over and then opening up like that.
Yeah, that would get rid of all constipation issues right there.
Bricks. Shit bricks.
He's done.
Why did you have to bring up this trailer just
cold
now?
Sweat. I'm
ending this now. No, podcast is over. Final episode. We're not doing any more again. Wait,
you got, if you want to switch gears, you got Predator.
Why?
That's better.
That did nothing.
It's not as scary.
And we already talked about Predator trailer.
Yeah, the
before
last one.
It was like I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was that great.
Maybe the movie could still be good. Like I said, when we talk about trailers, we talk about the trailer. The movie itself is a separate entity. We can talk about that as well. But how trailers are cut is how the marketing is presented, and the trailer was not good. Even the How to Train Your Dragon trailer, I thought was not that good. It was. It's good to see everybody back, and that one shot of him with the beard again should have been at the end of the trailer, or maybe not even at all. But most likely the end of the trailer is where I would put it. It was really random right in the beginning.
It might be like with Infinity War, where we saw the trailer of Tony on Titan pretty much after everybody dies, and we didn't know at that moment that was the very end of the movie on Titan.
Well, I'm telling you right now, that's the very end of the movie right now. The rest of the trailer, you don't see him with a beard. So that's going to be either,
It could be the beginning, maybe.
There's like
he
time
could shave
jump.
it off at the beginning. Easy.
Why would you do that? He looks great.
That's true.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, I'm ending the podcast here, guys. Make sure everyone can say goodbye and follow everybody here. Sean, where can people find you?
You can follow me at Updates in Cinema.
All right. On Instagram, Twitter too? Vivo? Anything like
that? Just updates. I mean, just updates. Just Instagram.
All right. And Mike, where can people find you?
The Nerdy Hub on Instagram and Twitter. I'm trying to build my Twitter up, but it's kind of dead. So go follow my Twitter too.
I forgot how many people I have on Twitter. But now you can also follow me, obviously, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I actually just made my Instagram a business profile again. It wouldn't let me for the longest time, but I am a business profile again. And I got a bunch of all, now I can see the insights and all that stuff, all the data on my page.
I obsess over that. I have a problem.
So that's the end of the podcast, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you can like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.